Hello, everyone. My name is Parker. Thank you for joining the webinar tonight. Aurora was a business unit of the ACS, Amphenol Communication Solution. It was founded in 2003 and was located in Huizhou, Guangdong, which is a city in south of China. It's very close to Hong Kong and Shenzhen. And we mainly produce FFC, FPC connector, floating board board, micro board board, flash to board, spring contacts, and also some customized solution that requested by customer. And our target market are automotive and consumer, which automotive accounting for nearly 70% and about 30% for consumer. And here shows our key customer. As you can see here, they are all well-known company in the industry, and most of them have partnered with Aurora for over 10 years. So since today's topic is about automotive, so I will only focus on the products that highly related to automotive. I will be starting with FFC, FPC connector, and then move on to floating board board, and then to spring contacts, and finally to flash to board. So here shows the application of FFC, FPC connector in automotive, which including ADAS system, powertrain system, and infotainment system. And our connector here, they are mainly used for signal transmission for this application. And these are our product offers of FFC, FPC connector. And as you can see here, there are many products shown here. It's very widely ranged portfolio, which with the different pitch and different product height, also different locking feature, such as the flip type, slider type, and auto lock design. It's very widely ranged, which can meet the various demands on the market. And here shows the typical case of FFC, FPC connector. And you can see this one is a 0.5 pitch rectangle design. As you can see the photo show here. Our connector in here is used to connect the main board with the display panel of the infotainment system. The main board is just like the analog circuit, it's just like a signal source, and it generates signal, and then our connector and the cable will be like a signal transmit channel. The main board generates signal and then transmit through our connector to this display panel. And although I should mention that this is a very successful case, which launched 10 years ago, and up to now, it is still one of the key products of our company, and it is still generating considerable sales. And this is another case. This is the 2mm pitch vertical auto lock design. As you can see here, this is the EV battery of the electric vehicle. And you can see the green area I pointed here. Actually, this have two modules on this area. One is the analog circuit, just like a BNS. And also another is the sensor module on top of the battery. This sensor module is just like a signal generator. They collect the signal from the battery and then transmit the signal through our connector and the cable to this analog circuit. And this analog circuit is just like a signal process. They process the signal and then can tells us what's the working condition of the battery working on in the real time. And this is a new case which is still in the early design, but it will be launched in next year. And this is another case. Also, is the use in the EV battery. This one is 2.5. Sorry, so not This one is also used on the EV battery system, and this one is the 0.5 peak rectangle auto design. Here you can see here it is used for the DC inverter, and this picture shows the common DC inverter nowadays. As you can see here, there are 3 board on here. One is the DC board, another is the control board, and also have an inverter board here. And actually, this I'm not sure you guys know that the topology of the DC inverter is normally is the full bridge circuit, such as the half switching full bridge or phase shifting full bridge, and normally they will at least have 4 MOSFET on this circuit, or maybe 8 if they need to support the bidirectional conversion. And so one of the features of the MOSFET is that MOSFET is an active component. They cannot operate by themselves. They need a driving source, driving circuit to drive it and to determine when it will be turned on or turned off. So this control board here is just another driving circuit to drive the MOSFET on this DC board. So our connector here is to connect this to this control board is just like a signal generator. They generate signal and then transmit the signal through our connector and cable to this DC board. So this DC board can work in the condition as the control board recommended. And also, I can tell you that the inverter board here, because I don't have a detailed circuit of this module, I just see the picture here. So I can show you more that the topology of the inverter in our day, more and more a customer will like to use the totem pole for the inverter topology. So if the customer use totem pole for this inverter, the totem pole also will have at least 4 MOSFET only, which means that they will need a larger analog circuit to drive this board. So, and that also means that there will be need another set of our connector here. So that's the also that's the main technology nowadays. This will be the full bridge topology, and this will be the totem pole topology, and they will need a independent control circuit to drive it. And also, this is a very new case. You can see still in the early design, and will be launched in 2026. So, okay, let's move on to floating board board. And here shows the application of floating board board, and also including the ADAS system and powertrain system and infotainment system. And also the floating board board is mainly used for signal transmission for this application. Maybe you have noticed that, which is the kind of similar to the FPC connector. But I will explain why they are the same in the next page. And these are our offerings of floating board board. You can see it's also very full range with different pitch, different stacking height, and it's very full range which can meet all kinds of demand on the market and from the customer. But also I need to mention or please note that as I said on the previous page, I said that the floating board board are mainly used for signal transmission in automotive. But there is an exception in our product offerings, which is this one. You can see this one is called a power floating board board. It is used for power delivery. As as you may notice that nowadays the display panel of the car is getting large and large, such as especially for the electric vehicle. So the large display panel, which means that will need the higher power rating. So that's why we came up with this power board. So it is designed with 3 pinch, so that can support 5.5 ampere per pin, and so that's the difference here. You can see all the other floating board, they are mainly used for signal transmission, but this one is used for power delivery. Also, as you mentioned that on this, for example, this floating combo, they also have power pin, but their power pin is just for low power connection. So also is different from this one. This one is for the it will be used to connect the power supply between and with the display panel, so that the power source can provide the power to the display panel. Okay, so here shows one of the typical case of our floating board. You can see that this is a 0.8 pitch floating board, with the rectangle design. As you can see, this two board is actually inside the infotainment system, and they are stacking as the rectangle shape, and that's why they choose this rectangle floating board, because they based on they design, they want to stack the board rectangly. Yeah, and also I will explain another occasion. Some board will stacking as another time. So just let's see the next page. So you can see that this is another case. This is a 0.5 floating board with the vertical design. You can see that this is for the light detection and imaging system. As you can see, these two blue board here, they are stacking as parallel side, which is different from the last page. The last page case is the two board are stacking as rectangle side, and this is stacking as the parallel shape. And so that's why they choose this vertical floating board. And so actually, I will tell you that actually the electronic circuit or electronic configuration design is very diversified, especially in the MPS stage. For example, on the P1 stage, maybe they will design the board with rectangle shape, but after P1, they find the rectangle shape will not have the good enough performance. Then they will change it the same, maybe change it to the parallel shape. So that's why we develop so many product options here. Also with the rectangle shape, rectangle floating board, and also with the vertical floating board, so that the customer can choose what they want. And also I need to explain that just like I mentioned, the application of the FPC connector is very similar to the application of the floating board. They are both used for the ADAS system and powertrain system, and so why is that? I will give you example. For example, that if the automotive designer, they are designing a module and they want to connect two boards. If the interface of the two boards are close, such as 10 millimeter or 20 millimeter, they probably will choose the floating board to connect these two boards. But if the interface of the two module or two board are not close, such as over 100 or 200 millimeter, they will probably choose FCFPC connector, choose the use the connector and with the cable to connect these two boards. And that's why I mentioned that the electronic design is very diversified. Sometimes they will change the connection solution very frequently, even though especially in the MPI, they will sometimes they want, for example, sometimes they want to use a connector to connect for the connection solution. Sometimes in the last stage they will use the cable or you use it's very diversified and change very frequently. So actually the FFPC connector and the following board will have the same function for the signal transmission, just based on how what's the configuration of customers' design. Okay, let's move on to spring contacts. The spring contact, also some people will call it the universal contact, but in our company, we will call it the spring contact. And here shows the application of spring contact, which including ADAS system and infotainment system. The spring contact here, this application is mainly used for grounding, which can improve the ENI performance of the whole system. And also, the spring contact also can be used for low power connection, such as the 0.3 or 0.5 current. And also, in another occasion, it can be used for antenna feed, such as the spring contact in GPS module. And here shows our product offerings of spring contact. Also, you can see it's very widely ranged with the different type of structure available and different size in the same structure. Also, I need to mention that you can see here we have so many spring contact here. Why is that? Because there is no clear definition of which spring contact are good or better. It's just based on the configuration of customer design. Sometimes they want the L type, sometimes they want the W type, or sometimes they want the small size, sometimes they want the bigger size. It's just based on how they want to decide the configuration. So that's why we develop so many products here, so that we can meet the customers' requirement as much as possible. And we are working on developing more based on the market survey we did. And here shows the typical case of spring contact. And as you can see, this board is actually the main board of the infotainment system. You can see here there are several spring contacts soldered on the board. Why they saw the spring contact here? I will explain more to you. And as you may know that the infotainment system actually is analog circuit. You can see it's a signal circuit. The signal transmission should be accurate, and so that the whole system can work in a good condition. But in the real application, there will always be some factor will affect the signal transmission, which distort the signal. One of the common factor is the intrinsic capacitor or intrinsic inductor of the whole circuit. This intrinsic capacitor and intrinsic inductor will be exist and will always be there, which cannot be eliminated. But what we can do is that we can minimize the impact, so that minimize the impact, so that we have a better signal transmission. The common solution is to grounding. So that's why we soldering so many spring contact on the board. So you can see where the spring contact located, this area, that means that this area will have a signal transmission channel around this area. And if the intrinsic capacitor or intrinsic inductor will distort the signal around the channel. If we always we will distort the signal, but what we can do is put the spring counter here to ground the circuit so that the EAI performance will be better, which can reduce the return loss or insertion loss, also crosstalk. So that's why that's what the purpose of spring counter on this signal board. And also I want to mention that in the past, customers sometimes they use conductive sponge for the grounding. The conductive sponge have advantage in cost. You have lower price, but also it has the disadvantage in reliability, such as it's a kind of very sensitive to the environment. And since the reliability is pretty crucial for automotive, so therefore the spring contact is still the main solution for grounding in automotive. And also, I need to please note that all the applications that require EAI performance are actually a potential opportunity for the spring contact. Okay, the last one is the flexible board. The flexible board actually is a very new solution in the industry, and also a new trend. It's a new trend. And here is it's an application in automotive. It's for the powertrain system. You can use on the inverter, OBC, and NCU and DC inverter. Also, I need to mention that since the flexible is very new solution for automotive, so if you be used in other automotive application in the future, maybe. So we are still trying to find out it's a potential in automotive. And this is a typical application of flexible in automotive. As you can see here, this is the BNS, and this is the cell sensor module. And the flexible is used to connect the cell sensor module to the BNS. Actually, this cell sensor module will attach to the battery. The cell sensor module will be like a signal collector. They collect the signal from the battery and then transmit the signal through our connector and cable to the BNS system. And the BNS system is just like a more bigger or more complex analog circuit. They can process the signal and then tells us what's the working condition of the battery. Or sometimes they also can process more complex information, which can make the battery work in a different mode. And so actually, in the past, the customer will use the traditional wire board for this connection. And the flexible is actually used to replace the traditional wire board solution. So which means that all the applications that currently use wire board are potential opportunity for flexible. And compared to wire board, it can bring the following advantages, such as the space saving, more linear wiring, and weight reduction, more stable dielectric constant, and very easy to install. As you can see, this is the traditional wire board solution, and this is the flexible solution. And the flexible solution will have more linear wiring. Also, I need to explain more that actually these two advantages, more linear wiring and more stable dielectric constant, they have logic between them. The logic is that the cable plays more linear wiring so that the whole system can have a more stable dielectric constant. And here are our product offerings of the flexible right now. We have 5 product series for now, and they are all comply with US car and LV 214 certificate. And actually, we are working on developing more product series because based on the market feedback we receive, customers are very interested in this flexible, and a lot of customer approach to us and inquiring for more detailed information and apply for simple, and they are very exciting and are looking forward to try this flexible to the application. So as I can say that this flexible is it will be a very popular and promising solution in the market and have great potential. And okay, that's all my presentation today. Since the time limitation, so I just did a brief introduction. So if you have a question or want to know more detailed information, please ask online or contact us through the email. Thank you.